Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and today we are going to code a. We'll start coding a program in Visual Studio. I say that every time. That's what I normally do. That's what I like to do. So what do you expect? Anyway, so what we're going to code today is I looked on the internet and I found a list of beginner to intermediate or whatever coding projects. And one of the coding projects was a, what do they call it? Magic 8 Ball. And I'm going to code that. It shouldn't take that long. It should really, and it shouldn't even use that much of our like skills. It should be pretty simple. We're going to do a layout where you have a text box and you have a label box that outputs the answer, and we're going to have a ask button and a exit button, our usual. And basically, what we need to do is we need to make an array with all of our answers inside of it. And then when the question is asked in the question box, in the text box, we need, and they press the ask button, we need to compile a random number and correspond that random number to the number in the array, the answer in the array, and then output that array answer into the text box. Or the label box. That's what needs to happen. So let's get started. So let's make a new file. Um, New project, Windows Form app. Yep, let's do that. And we'll do next. We'll call it, what do we call it? We'll call it Magic 8-1. Next. Okay. So let's go ahead and make our layout first. Let's see. Let's go to view. Let's go to toolbox. Let's do a text box. Um, Also, apologies if the AC was obnoxious. It's still hot in the south, and like it was like, gosh, like 20 degrees today, and in October, it's like the end of October, and it was 20 degrees as a no, it was actually hotter than that. It was like 28 degrees as a high today. Right now, I think it's 17. And also, if you hear a kid in the background, my brother's child is here. So, I just felt like coding. I'm sorry. Like we're just doing what we got to do here. So, she's also very loud. She's cute though. She's like 8 months old. Anyway, so that's like completely unnecessary stuff. So let's do all this. Let's shrink this little. Let's really close this now. We have everything we need. Um, Shrink this box a little bit. Let's call this uh ask your question. This is a not necessary box, so we don't have to change this at all. We do nothing with that. I'm not even going to name it. We're going to do the button here, ask, and then we're going to name the button btn ask. Um, okay, and we're going to do that, and then we're also going to name this button btn exit, which is just a good habit to get into. It's not that necessary, but I like doing it. Exit. All right, and we're gonna call this. Um, This is also an unnecessary button. We won't do anything with this. It just looks cool. Like we're not gonna code this to do anything unless you want to. We could. Ooh, we could do that. Okay, let's do this. I'll tell you in a minute. We're gonna call this text question. Just for kicks, we'll do this, and we will say it is. I want to make it multi lines just in case people want to. This one multi line right here. True. That allows us to have it be a little bit bigger just in case somebody has a long question. And then we'll have our label, which we're going to call, nope, we're going to call LBL answer, just, whatever. And we're going to, the text align, we're going to make that the center. And we're also going to, I want a border around it because for kicks, you know what I mean, just for kicks. And I want it to be auto size off. So those are all our options. There you go. Now let's make this fit the other thing. I like kind of seeing the text box, like the label box, and like what size it's gonna be at the end. I know it's not that necessary, but I just kind of like it. All right, so that's everything we need. We have our ask your question, put the question here. This is where it's gonna compute the answer, and we have the ask and the exit button. Um, yeah, can you can hear? Oh, maybe you can't. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I wanted to check and see if you could actually hear the noise in the background or not. Anyway, so let's go to coding now. Since we've got that done, let's go to the view code. Here we are. Oh, we should name our we should name this. Let's call it Magic 8 Ball. 8 Ball. There. Um, okay, so now let's go back to this right here. All right, let's go ahead and knock out the exit button real quick. Just take that bad boy out because we know how that's gonna go. It's the same way every time. Double space, ME, close. All right, cool. Next problem. All right, so now let's plan out what needs to happen for the Magic 8 Ball. What happens first? We ask user inputs text into text box. Yeah, user presses the ask button. Then we have program produces random number corresponds to answer in array, output question and answer inside the label box. All right, so those are all of the things we have to do. All right. So, well, that's things that are going to happen. This is the order of events that's going to happen. So let's start with um, declaring some variables. Let's do dim rand num as new random. We need that, and then we don't actually have to convert the text into anything, so that's perfect. Dim, we'll do dim magic 8 as string. So we'll do that. I think we need that. So let's go from there. Now let's do when the person clicks the button ask. Let's just go ahead and get started. Let's go. I don't like it when it puts it there. So I'm gonna move it under the stuff. I don't know why it always goes there. All right, so first we don't have to convert the text from the text box. We just have to have it. So we don't have to worry about that. So once the user presses the ask button, okay, we're 2 down. Program produces random numbers. So we will do, oh, actually we need one more thing. We need dim int rand num as integer. Oh, and we need to make our string, our array. Sorry, dim magic stir magic 8. Uh, and for now, we're gonna put in just yes, no, maybe, never. We're gonna put in those just because we're gonna want something there. Now we're gonna make this more fancy later because I kind of have a funny idea for it, but we'll just start with that. So we've got everything we need. Let's now we need to get the random number. So int rand num equals rand num next 0 2, and I learned this just now. Now um typically speaking, well, not typically, there's two ways to do this int rand number situation. When you have a string and you know how many are in there, you always start at 0 because 0 is the first space in the string. So 0 is the yes right now. But if you say, for instance, we have 4 in here, we'll just put a 3 here. That'll be 0 to 3, 0 1 2 3. However, if you have a really big array and you don't really know how many options you have, which is gonna happen eventually, what you can put instead is you can put stir magic 8 length. So that is, it's like next number from 0 to the length of the stir magic 8. So like whatever this is, this will be the length of this last one will be the length of the random. So we'll get that right. Um, and then we have to, let's see what's next. We have to, hold on, I'm thinking. We got the random number. Now the random number corresponds to the answer inside the array. Do I need a third array? Or sorry, do we need a third? Do I need a third variable? I don't think so. So let's try this. We'll say magic 8 equals stir magic 8 int rand num. That sounds right. And we still have no errors, so I think we're good. Okay, and now last, we've got the random number that corresponds to the answer on the right, so we've got that. And then we have output question and answer inside the label box. So we will say label answer text equals um okay, so this is the hard part. I always kind of get a little bit mucked up when it comes to how to translate like the text into the box. So we're gonna try you asked, right? And we're gonna say and um I want to put a line break in here, but I can't remember how to do that. So we're just gonna like have a run-on sentence for the moment. Um and we will put here text question text and the magic 8 ball answers and magic 8 to string. Okay, So let's try it. Let's try it. Build solution. If there's an error, we'll have to address it on the next one. Um, we'll see what happens. Let's debug it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, whoops. And whoops. Ignoring that. We can just ignore that. AVG gets on my nerves. Let's see. Am I doing this? Oop. Okay. I gotta remember to turn that off. I forget every single. Oh, there it goes. Oh my god. Good lord. Okay. Am I doing this correctly? It worked. Great. So this works. Now what we're gonna do next time, I'm gonna call it for today. What we're going to do next time is we're going to also we may want to clear this box as well when we do the string. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to figure out how to do line breaks when I do this because I don't actually know, but I don't think it's that hard. I just got to remember how to do it. I think it's like I know in Java it's a backward slash new or in for new line break, but I don't think it's that way in VB. So I don't really remember how to do it. We're going to have to test some things on the next one. And also, what I want to do is I want to clear the text box when the question is asked. Okay, so we're gonna exit it right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put some notes in here to remember where we are. Oh my god, to remember where we are, we're gonna put notes in here. So we're gonna put um to do, and then one we need to one clear text box once question is asked, and then two add line breaks in label answer. And then three, we're going to add fun answers to array. All right, so that's what we're gonna do next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope you learned something. I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, have a nice night.